Hey Cancer, it's Lisa. Hi, how are you? Just coming in here, have some coffee, read some cards for your September 2021 general reading. Hope you guys are doing well. It's only general, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. But take what does, leave what doesn't. If you do enjoy the reading, if you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little dingy bell. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate your support. It means a lot. And for my new viewers, I hope you come back if you enjoy it. Alright, so let's get started. Alright. Okay. Cancer, September 2021. How can you tell Cancer from September 2021? Okay, I'm going to look into your recent past, your present, and possible future. Got the Hangman, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles. And can't see. Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Cups. The Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Alright, Cancer, let's see what kind of story we could tell. And then I'll clarify with another deck. And pull a couple oracle cards from Soul's Journey. Alright, let's see what we got. Well, in your recent past, apparently you were in like, kind of like a pause moment. You needed to stop and take a look at things. So whatever was going on around you, you needed to take a minute and look at it in a completely different perspective, because maybe what you thought you were seeing was not how you needed to see it, or was different than what you thought you were seeing. Does that make sense? I feel like you were looking into maybe something more on a spiritual basis, like possibly looking for knowledge somewhere that you would be able to grow in a spiritual nature. It's possible you could be just looking into education in general. And I feel like you were thinking about definitely delving into something new, as far as maybe being able to maybe start a new business, possibly have a new job. And I wonder, on your present energy, I feel like you wanted to have the ability to be charitable. So if people needed something, you wanted to be able to give it to them. And you also wanted to feel like if you did need something, it didn't actually have to be money, but it could be just time, effort, energy from others, it was okay to have that. Like didn't have to feel bad asking for it or needing to have it, or you know what I mean, without judgment from them or for you judging them because they need it. Now we have two energies here, the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. These probably are two individuals in your present environment. Now male or female, that doesn't, but it could be somebody who's, the Knight of Wands is very, they can be impulsive. Sometimes it could be kind of hot-headed, thrill seeker, but they're also very charismatic and energetic. And then there's the King of Cups, somebody who's very considerate, very caring, like a nice person, and they are you know, they are, when they're with you, when they're talking to you, they're having a conversation with you, they're talking to you. They're not looking at the TV over your head. They're nothing like that. They are, there's a word, and it's going to come to me, but it'll come like 20 minutes later. But you kind of get what I mean. They're there. And this Five of Pentacles. So for whatever reason, you were feeling kind of left out of a situation. I don't know if you were having money problems at the time, or not. I'm sorry. You were having money problems, or you just felt out of the actual situation that was at hand. Now I have this Queen of Cups energy. Now it's very possible this, this King of Cups or this Queen of Cups could be you, Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody else in your environment also. Or it could be, if this was a couple, like is this King and Queen energies? Is this a couple? Because they're two hearts. Two cups. And there's something definitely new coming around them. Like a, kind of like a big win. Definitely something you'd want to consider, like something on point. You're thinking about it and spinning your head. And where a lot of communication is involved. Let's see if we can get some clarity. Where to go? We got the Hangman. Seven of Wands. Oh, some of the Eight of Wands. The Three of Cups. And the Five of Wands. Alright, well, the situation that was coming on from the recent past, it's moving fast. So whatever you wanted to happen, you were pushing it through as fast as you could. And I feel like you were spending some time with, like really good friends, people that you're tight with, and having like a small celebration. But then there was also some chaos. There was also a little bit of pushback for whatever the situation was. Huh. I want to get a couple more cards on that. Why is the Five of Wands here? Oh, we got the King of Pentacles and the Death card. So whatever the reason for, if it was this group of friends that it started with this, just feeling, it just feels like somebody's pushing you back all the time. Like maybe, you're trying to do 2 steps forward, somebody's throwing you 1 step back. Because something changed up something changed up with you. And maybe they weren't liking the way that was coming out. Or maybe you were showing yourself as a little bit different, maybe more responsible, more grounded, more mature, and that wasn't, they didn't enjoy that, because you had made that change, and that wasn't something that they were really looking for you to have been doing. Does that sound, am I making myself, I don't even know. But let's see what else we could find out. 6 of Pentacles, Wands, and Cups. 6 of Pentacles, and Wands, and Cups. 7 of Wands, the Fool, and the King of Swords. Interesting. Alright, so you had to be on guard. So this present energy is showing you being on guard. And I'm wondering if it does stem from whatever this 5 of Wands energy was. Because if they weren't happy with the change that you made in yourself, and you felt like you needed to be on guard about that, and I think you were just kind of like, you know what, I'm out, and you were going to go do something else. You were just going to not even bother with this anymore, and you're just going to pick up and go on your own new thing. And these King of Swords energy is coming out as he's very firm, he's very fair. If you're working with this individual, they're probably your supervisor, your manager, something in that sense. He's there's confidence, and he's got an inquisitive nature, very logical. Or is this what you decided to branch out into? Is that like the attitude that you're taking from now on? Or is just as somebody else that maybe you're going to start working with somebody like this, or working around somebody like this? If you have a new job or somebody new in your environment. What about this Five of Pentacles? Oops. There's a lot of people. Knight of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. And the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Alright, well, I feel like if you are doing something and you're developing some kind of new form of abundance, or branching out to get like new material growth for something, it's going to be slow in nature. It'll be sturdy, but it's going to be slow. You are being acknowledged for something, and that's very possibly in work. Let me get a couple more cards for the Seven of Swords. Well, I feel like you had a choice to either keep growing something that you knew would eventually, be fruitful and very stable, or you had a choice to do something else. That's going to be like a new path, which is like with the Fool. There's going to be a new path that you're on, but it's not set in stone yet. It hasn't begun yet, so it's maybe a little shakier than if you would have stuck to the regular path. And you're choosing to move away from something that you did put a lot of time and effort and energy in, a lot of feelings towards it. So maybe that's the choice that you make, and possibly is where this feeling of something, I don't know, something was taken from you, or something you were misled. The feeling of being misled. Because you have this Ace of Swords here, and even though the Ace of Swords can mean something, huge and awesome and victorious, it's also a double-edged sword, and it cuts both ways. So depending on the choice that you make is whether it's going to be what you wanted in the end. So that's what I'm feeling like. If you choose to walk away from something that is stable and there, to go try something else that's brand spandy new, it might turn out to be not what you want. Interesting. Alright, well, let's see if we have Cancer. Let's see what we can find for the soul's journey. Envy. Oops. Discipline and guilt. Oh. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, and I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Alright, well, okay, Cancer. Well, hopefully this helps out. It gives you some kind of insight in something. And, if you're whatever new path you might be deciding to take. And hopefully it'll help out, all right? You can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you next month, okay? Take care.